Go short on Dan O'Dowd's career. Is Tesla gonna kill yo kid? No, it's not. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. This is, of course, the full version that goes out on Fridays, usually at 7 p.m. It's going out at 8:33 p.m. because I was stuck in 5 hours of traffic. That's fun. You can always catch the condensed version over the weekend, which will be, going good. So, the Dawn Project. Yeah, did you hear about this? Oh, the Tesla death machine. Oh, it's going to kill yo kid. This week, the Dawn Project launches its latest advertising campaign to highlight the dangers of Tesla's full self-driving software. How noble of Dan O'Dowd to do this for the grace of all mankind, with a little child dressed like a traffic cone. So he does this test where it shows repeatedly at 17, 20, and 28 miles an hour, the car, in full self-driving, crashes into a child. That's not good. So who is Dan, and what is this project? Apart from... So he's been a pioneer of making safety-critical software systems unhackable since his days at Caltech. Graduated there in 1976 with a Bachelor's of Science in Engineering. Well, that's great. And the truth is, even without a degree, if you've got 40, 50 years in the field, that's valuable in ways. But he's got a particular wide-on for Tesla, specifically. Why is that? And why is he spending so much of his own money? It is his own money, right? I mean, it's not someone else funding you, is it, Dan? Watch Tesla's self-driving run over a child-sized dummy over and over again, according to Safety Advocacy ad. Now, is it really safety advocacy? Because it doesn't come across that way. Because there are deep, serious, fundamental flaws with the video. I'm sure you've seen it all by now. So the video, I'm not going to play it because Dan strikes me as the kind of guy who would copyright strike a video critical of his bullshit. The problem is, and in the video, he's like, oh, and by the way, if you want to see the unedited video, go to my website, where I will provide you a potato quality video. Now, it has to be potato quality because he's hosting it himself, and you can't host large files yourself effectively when you've got a lot of people downloading them, right? That's true. But you can still put them on YouTube, Dan. No, instead, this is the size you get. How much detail are you going to get from a video this size? Painfully little. And you will see the video is still edited. That's not what an unedited video is, Dan. And you can't see anything. You can't see the controls. When you look up crash test safety videos, they are unedited. They give you one that's just full speed, bam, from each angle. 5 angles, however many angles, bam, 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 bam. And then they slow it down for each one so you can see what it all is. It is gently edited, as Failtrains points out. But the video is dishonest. Ralph Nader came out. Oh yeah, Tesla full self-driving. Hey, I'm the one who who wrote Unsafe at Any Speed. Clearly I know all about Tesla. And maybe he thinks he does, but he doesn't. So of course that led us to all of the videos, articles debunking this horseshit. Yeah, it's, there's problems in it. A professional test driver brought the vehicle up to a speed of 40 miles an hour and then engaged full self-driving. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And you know how I know? Because this is a screen grab from the video. Actual full self-driving mode. Now, these boxes have been added to point out that self-driving is not engaged, and it is not engaged. This is not self-driving. This is just driving. So, well, right, but, you gotta think about the car should still stop. Yeah, it should. And if you lay off the accelerator, it typically does. I wouldn't say in every single case, I don't know if that's, possible with the technology from any brand, but there's a lot of videos on YouTube showing other brands smacking into dummies over and over as well. But the problem is, and some comments I've seen on social media say, well, okay, maybe this part isn't right, but the rest is. No, my friend, when you start with a complete lie, I get to throw out the whole thing because I don't know what other parts you're lying about. And it's not incumbent upon me to disprove all your lies. I just need to know what you are, and what you are is a liar, a dishonest liar. I had a friend who I was telling him about the Santa Cruz mystery spot. It's one of those places with forced perspective where water appears to run uphill and people get bigger and smaller and all those kinds of goofy things. And my friend said, oh, I would like to go there and bring some, and zen out and experience the actual vortex. I said, the actual vortex? Tim, it's optical illusions. No, it's not. They do have optical illusions, but it's also real. No, it isn't. If you have real magic, why would you bring a sleight of hand into play? It's fake. And by the way, look at how potato it is, even in the good one. If Doctor Strange also did card tricks, you'd think it a little suspicious. So, everyone went out. Johnna, wonderful Johnna, love her, does this great takedown, debunking the claims. It doesn't make sense. Whole Mars Catalog went out and did his own drive. Omar checked out, was it Omar that did this? In very challenging conditions. And it does things that other cars don't, that other humans can't. If it's going through a tight spot, do you know what'll fold in the mirror on one side? Insanity. Insanity, that's so cool. And Dr. Know-It-All went one step further because he could see these goofy error messages showing up on the actual video. And he was trying to match them. And he had to find the parts where he had to recreate all kinds of errors to get something that looked like what theirs was. And it looks like it just wasn't engaged because of course it wasn't. And yeah, videos after videos after videos going through neighborhood after neighborhood in all kinds of ways, trying to replicate the results that Dan claims to have produced. They're not there. They don't exist. So, what are the real numbers? Isn't that where the rubber meets the road, Danny boy? Front crash prevention for vehicles and pedestrians, superior. That's the bottom line. It doesn't score any higher than that. Tesla owners are 50% less likely to crash their EVs than their other cars. So whether your other vehicle is a high-performance vehicle or a low-performance vehicle, a new car or an old car, you're 50% less likely to crash it than you are your other car. Is it because you baby it? Well, you'd baby your Porsche, wouldn't you? So they're just less likely to crash. And for that matter, number of miles per accident, Tesla versus other cars, number of miles with Tesla Autopilot engaged, consistently at the top, year after year. And number of miles per accident for all vehicles, much, much lower. You're 5 to 6 times safer. 7 times safer in a Tesla with Autopilot than in a regular any old car. Well, that includes old cars. Okay. But you're also safer than if you're not using, if you're using older systems or no system at all. Or not older, but I guess just active safety. So if you're engaged, safest. If you're not engaged, but you have the active safety, safe. And if you just have just a Tesla, safer. They're safe cars, Danny. And you know that because you're not an idiot. So what are you? U.S. Safety Agency says Tesla accounts for the most driver-assisted crashes, but warns the data lacks context. They even said federal safety officials stress the data is not meant to indicate whether one system is safer than another. These are just raw numbers. But 70% of reported crashes involving ADAS since last June were Tesla. Why is that? How could that be? Well, it's because they've got over 35 million miles driven on full self-driving beta, and the pace is ramping up. And that's just FSD beta. When it comes to Autopilot, we're over at 3 billion miles. That would make sense. Ford just hit 10 million miles on their ADAS system, Blue Cruise. 10 million. That's how many Autopilot miles are logged every day. So yeah, if you got 3 billion miles, more than the competition by orders of magnitude. Yeah, it's insane. Did you know Dan is running for Senate? That's weird. Senate candidate and Santa Barbara tech CEO Dan O'Dowd unleashes ad campaign targeted at Tesla. Weird. Why would he do that? Did you know that it's very difficult to sue a politician for libel? And if you're just running, you still count as a politician. You have to prove actual malice. That's a higher bar than just a regular person. Is he running? Yeah. You can find him right here. In the primary, he got some votes. 70,000-ish? Where is he? 74,916. But he lost to those getting, a little bit more votes. So that means, Dan, I should warn you, you are no longer a politician. Your political career ended on November 8th. Or on the primary, June 7th. You're no longer a politician. You do not enjoy that degree of protection. So maybe, what are you doing? Maybe you should think about it. But why isn't he targeting other cars? GM has Super Cruise on the Cadillac. It's the same kind of deal. Why aren't you going after them? Why aren't you angry that they're doing experiments on your roads that you didn't opt into, Dan? Weird. And, for that matter, what about Toyota's teammate? They've got advanced driver assistance. It can't be safer than Tesla. But even if it's about as safe, or even twice as safe by Dan's estimation, surely they would need the same kind of scrutiny and criticism. BMW's got an active driver assistance in the 5 Series and the X5. They're not very good. You can find videos on YouTube. I could have pulled that up. Watched one yesterday of it repeatedly slamming into all sorts of pedestrian analogs. Why aren't you going after them, Dan? It's a bit weird, if you ask me. Green Hill Software is a neat company. They are leading the embedded world. They do all kinds of cool stuff. They do advanced driver's assistant, vision and radar data processing, Linux to ASIL-D production path, all this cool stuff. Why aren't you criticizing them, Dan? Who runs this place? Oh, there it is. Dan O'Dowd is the president and CEO of Green Hill Software, who provides ADAS to at least some of the competitors, right? I don't know how many. Well, let's look at the Dawn Project site. We supply to General Motors. Oh, we talked about them. We supply to Toyota and BMW. Oh, I feel like we talked about them too. We provide to virtually all companies. But when you say virtually, I can guarantee you there is one that is not on the list. That doesn't make us a competitor to Tesla, he said. We don't actually make self-driving cars or software or anything like that. Right, but they also don't pay you. And I think you're a little miffed about that. And I think it's clouding your judgment. And I think, quite honestly, this could be the end of you, Dan, because these are lies. You know they're lies. You're not stupid, Dan. Despite your absolutely incredible efforts to convince me otherwise, I don't believe it. You know, Dan, that Tesla is setting up a litigation department for its lawsuits, and Elon is hiring a dream team? You know, they say don't go into a war of words with someone who buys ink by the barrel. I would say don't get in a litigation battle with someone who can buy Twitter on a whim. You know, he's got a couple dollars. Tesla has got a couple dollars. SpaceX has got a couple dollars. They've all got a couple dollars rolling around. So maybe, Dan, I would tell you to stop, but I know you're not gonna. And that's fine with me. Because I have confidence that you are going to be trying to keep this PG. But you're going to be wrecked, my friend. You are going to be wrecked. Just wrecked, not E. That means something different, I am told. So, of course, let me thank my patrons who get early access, bonus content, all that good stuff. A look behind the curtain. A look at my 11-year production prediction tracker at the $10 level and above. It is quite a thing. Well, there it is, and there you go. If you want to see the full, uncut, 30-ish minute version of this episode, head over to the second channel, link in the description, and subscribe over there if you want to catch these live each Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, as well as the Fast Charging with B&B podcast, co-hosted with Bear from Bear's Workshop. So, what did I miss or misunderstand? Tell me in the comments, and stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the other side. Test, test. Has that got me live? There we go. Crying out loud. Save. One more setting. I apologize. I know, it's quality, it's quality. It's what happens when I'm running so gosh darn late. Here's the offset. Okay.